Oh, we are back yet another phone vlog. Remember to put a name on this, which is like cake, bake, whatever. I am back home. We got Plex on the TV. We got Emma ASMR on here. And holy hell, we have Coke, brother. We have, hello, focus. Multi, hello. Thank you. Yeah. We have a Coke Skaroo and we are baking cake, lol. Or about to bake cake, but waiting for this stuff, lol. Or I could probably bake the cake while I'm waiting for the oven to heat up, because this butter is room temperature enough. So now that gets plopped into the sugar, mixed up into the sugar, and then everything else gets mixed in. So good shit. And then we have baking paper today, so that's gonna make shit a bit easier. So, the cake batter is about done. I need bigger bowls, god dang it. But first pizza. So, we are back and where are we? Well, we have fancy shit on the TV, lol. It's a good shit. We have cake, which could have spent a bit more time in the oven, but oh well. So right now this just needs to cool off, and then I'm gonna put it in bags. And then at that point I'm really just gonna be chilling here, trying to get through my watch later list. Just a Mives degree. I don't think I'm gonna bother streaming tonight. So good shite. And then we'll see if I decide to try and do that tonight or if I do that tomorrow. Which is figure out why my rules embed on the bot is broken. Because of course I didn't add any logging, so you know. No logging showed up. I don't have anyone readily available to just spam check it either, so between each time I make a change I gotta wait around for a guy to come alive, and then I tested it, it broke. Well fuck, yoink. So testing stuff from my bot currently is taking a hot while. Så good joy there. So here we are. So good shit. So that's really where we are. I transcoded 4 episodes of Derail Valley for next week. I got 2 more videos of Ultimate to record. I have 2 videos of Eurotruck which is recorded, which also can be sent to transcode. Then I have potentially 2 videos for Wednesday to record if I get my satisfactory mod manager rebuilt. Because your boy forgot to copy the local app data folder, so you know, that's great shit. So here we are. Good shit. It's good shit, yeah.
Look at the stoppings. That's like
Good shit. Ah, hallå.
If I see a secretary like this, I have a feeling that's one of these special movies for adults. Oh, here, sir, the past adult, and then there are.
Good Christ.
Good shit. So we are back and we are alive and we have we have Casimina on the TV. Sexy secretary indeed.
It has lace. It's really short.
So good shit. So we are back. It is the next day. She's 12:17 a.m.
Looking, not touching. This is saying looking and touching.
So yeah, as I was saying, we are back. The clock is 12:19 a.m. I woke up around like 11 or whatever. And since then I've been sleeping / on TikTok / whatever. I don't know how, but my bloody like USB-C side of my bloody charger has become alive again. So you know that 20 the K milliamp hour, that's 75 watt hour power bank. Well, I finally got that one fully charged since, you know, it just refuses to properly charge unless you're charging on like PD3 or whatever. It will not charge properly up on regular 15 watt. So, you know, that's the thing. So I got that one fully charged now. I don't know how it suddenly started working again. But she works and I'm gonna just hope she stays working. And then if she borks again, then I guess I'm just buying a new charger, like 160 watt or something from like OnePlus or whomever. So yeah, so what's the plan for today, you may be asking? Well, my plan for today is get D-Rail Valley for next week edited. Record 2 more videos of that to be ultimate, get those edited for next week. Get the 2 Euro Truck videos for next week edited. And then may or may not record an American truck if I can, you know, decide with myself what I'm gonna do with the whole SKRS business. Is I kind of demounted that whole business and tried and make something work, but didn't exactly go to plan.
I love to tease people.
Or whatever, so.
This person likes to tease me, and this person always get a headache if I'm trying new stuff to teasing people. Hi. I think she's a cat.
Then after that I'm gonna try and find an old screenshot or try based on what it tells me is missing inside of Satisfactory itself, try and rebuild my Satisfactory mod manager so that way I can get back to playing Satisfactory, because without my mods my whole save is broken. Definitely if I don't have refined power, because that's literally our main power source. And I do not want it, and the same with the power poles, because half of my power poles are a custom power pole. So if I am missing like 5 of my mods, the entire world breaks. And the coal power plant is the royalest pain in the ass to try and restart up. So, you know, you wouldn't think that the coal power plant would be a pain to start up compared to, say, a fuel power plant, where you need power to get it restarted. But with the amount of floors there is and the amount of distance water and coal has to travel and get split and whatever else. Remember, that place right there is 9 floors or 7 floors that's supposed to create 9,000 megawatts of power.
1 week ago?
Ding ding a dong a dong a dong a dong a dong. Yes, and that place requires like what, 36,000 or whatever. So good shit. But yes, you guys get the idea. I'm gonna take an edit Stereo Valley. I'm gonna edit Euro truck, maybe record American truck. I'm gonna record 2 more videos of FTB Ultimate, edit 4 videos of Ultimate. And then I have some IRL stuff to edit and whatever. This fuck with it, cause it charged for like the entire night and then like 10% on the phone. I'm at 15 now. And it's dead again. So I'm not asking anymore. It's time for a new charger, I think. So, morning. I never updated you guys last night, and there is a very good reason for that. I don't remember when I last updated you, but we could say, yeah. I was doing whatever shenanigans, I don't remember what I was exactly. Oh yeah, I was sitting around for like 3-4 hours playing around in D-Live Director and recording for like 3 hours for Stage K. Playing around in D-Live Director. Doing random shenanigans. And then... and after I was done with that, well, I read another document for about half an hour, 45 minutes. If you know, you know. And then at that point, I put up one tweet and then another tweet which contains 3 tweets about how unprofessional people are and that harassment is not needed and that I will be turning off notifications for Twitter for like a week or 2. And after that I was in like 6 glasses of Coke in Jägermeister land and then I fell asleep. So good shot.
Okay, so see, here's what you do.
So yeah, so basically what's the plan of the day? Well, my plan, technically speaking, for this entire week is to at least practice for 4 to 6 hours a day on Virginia in the Clio for Sunday. I don't think that will be happening today. I don't think. I think today is gonna be dedicated to editing videos. I think just whatever. I may race around later tonight, but yeah, I'm just gonna quickly scrub my YouTube because trust me, there's gonna be a lot of things on YouTube that I'm not gonna be interested in watching because basically there's gonna be one side of the equation which is just utterly angry and basically launches harassment campaigns. Then there's gonna be the other side of the puzzle that's gonna say she did nothing wrong and blame everyone else. And then there's gonna be us in the middle, which actually, you know, has common bloody fucking sense in our head. And you know, tries to deal with this shit professionally. But let's just say not everybody does that. So I'm just gonna scroll really quickly, find what I wanna have, which is gonna be the regular gaming videos from probably non-VTubers. Kick. And then You know, just sometimes I wish we were back in 2020, in like 2021. The VTubing sphere was just starting to pop off and it was all a better place. It was all a better place beside from, you know, the whole comparing similarities thing, which has always been a thing since the very beginning, really, but things were a lot better than as a whole. Both in the VTuber sphere and, well, IRL for me. Så gud skjøte. But I guess here we are, the world keeps moving forward, and I guess we just gotta keep moving forward, and yeah, there's not really much we can do. To be completely frank with you, I'm gonna be very happy, despite it means, you know, leaving my proper good equipment down here. I am gonna be very relieved probably when I head up north at the end of May. Get my mind off of things. Hang with my aunt and my mom again. Since, well, they are currently really the only close people I currently have. Besides from like the few friends I could potentially call and bring over locally from like high school slash elementary. Where was I? I don't know. But you guys get the idea. Basically, a plan of the day. Enjoy my coffee, scrub YouTube, edit what I can, maybe record the rest of the FTB Ultimate stuff, maybe rebuild my Satisfactory stuff. Maybe have a look at and try and figure out why the second speaker, because if you remember, if you go back on my IRL channels to better days, quote unquote, this is gonna be April or March, I think April 2023, so 2 years ago. Me and Oscar, we pulled a pair of his speakers out of the car. These is the 2 rear speakers, I believe. And we replaced those rear speakers with, you know, fucking wood surround, like a reducer to reduce down from like, what was it, 6.5 to like 5 or whatever. And one of them, the cables got fucked on, so I had to try and resolder a pair of wires onto there. Well, I did so, and I tried to hook them to the head unit, but it didn't wanna do any woof woof. Only problem is that I'm out of hot glue, so I don't really have any good way of gluing the surround again, so the surround is actually a little bit broken, so I gotta be kinda careful with that, but I gotta demount the center in order to properly investigate the coil, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit of work, because my idea was to use those 2 speakers, build a so yeah, so you guys get the idea. Or yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I was gonna take those speakers and I was gonna take and buy some wood and then build a center channel. And then use those speakers in that, so that way when I get the surround receiver all cleaned out and ready, I could, you know, disabandon the sound bar. And then I could, you know, run take the sub behind me, take out the actual driver in that, or, you know, not take out the driver, but find a way to run a cable in there and attach it to the driver, and then if I guess I'm able to run out of the app through the one behind there to the sub there, either in Would it be series or parallel? I guess doing parallel would be the best, right? Because if that is 6 ohms, and whatever ohm that is, if we split that up, then technically speaking, that would become like 3 ohms, and that would become like, what, 2 ohms? Question of the day. Which would technically make everything here hella easy to drive. Something. Unless I decide to try and find a micro block for that boy. Just so I can push a little bit more juice out of it, because that subwoofer right now cannot do 20 Hz, it can only do 40. My idea in the long run is just to buy like a Pioneer or a Sub or a Ground Zero, just car subwoofer, a 12-incher, and just slap in there. Which can go down to 20 and call it a good day. Since I should be able to put plenty of voltage out of my 230 volt amp to that one. So good shit.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Oh my god, it's Kit. Hi, Kit. Remember that one time you tied my hair into like cat ears and then I pouted at you and then you wanted to like fucking punch me because of how cute I looked? It's kind of scary, man.
So you know, the other day I was sitting here just like, why am I only getting this compressor and not the 16T? Then I remembered. Baby, recall the bitch. Yes, I know how to use a D-Live system. And yeah, we are about to be in editing land. So, we have pizza, broder. We have pizza. So good. So, me and Chas, you may know him from Chas Makes, we have been chatting a bit, and I have what's probably gonna be my new 3D printer. Probably gonna be this one, the QD-Tech Q1 Pro. Since it looks hella nice, it has a chamber, so it can have like up to 60 degrees chamber temp, which will reduce warping and potential for cracking. 350 degree head, so it's like it's got plenty of heat for anything I print, which is mainly PLA and ABS. Which, ironically enough, do. I was gonna mention that I'm chatting with Chas here as we speak, so I'm kind of running back and forth. But yeah, I have this roll of like a bunch of ABS. So good shit. So good shit, so that's probably gonna be my new printer. And then once I finally get that printer, I can finally start 3D printing the shit I need to 3D print, which includes doobity-doobity-doo when I find it, for fan. Where did I put it? Here. Reprint this boy because it's got no angles. Kick. So here we are. And then I should maybe get started on this in a bit. We have center cap removed, which is a bit mangled. So, Here is your one side of the speaker, here is your other side of the speaker. So now I gotta try and figure out how to make this boy alive kick. Rather said try and solder han nu sett of wire sån där. Properly. Cause I believe there's ohm there, it's just my solder job was not that great. Then I need to re-glue this again. And once that is done, I gotta re-glue the surround. And then I gotta re-glue the center cap. So this at this point is more of a task project than anything. But if this thing lives by the end of this, then I am happy with myself. So good shit. Because yeah, I mean the surround is kind of broken. So she won't be working optimally, that I'll tell you. Oh well, will it work? I don't know. But we are trying, kick. So, is it in there? Yes. Does it move? With the surround? Yes. How well will it fucking work? I have no fucking idea. Enten så kommer det her til å funke jævlig bra, eller så kommer det her til å funke jævlig dårlig. I don't know really. So good shit. So, surround is glued. Now we plug it in and either we have a blue smoke or somehow this boy works. We have 5.5 ohms. The original untouched speaker is measuring 6. So supposedly this one is 5 ohms too low compared to that. But we will see. So she leaves. She lives somehow. And we used like a DM32 or whatever together with the X32 until I upgraded to a surface. Because I don't know what would be most expensive, the console or the exact. So that's a thing. Oh, hello there. So we are back. It is the next day, quote unquote, in my per quote unquote sleep schedule terms. It's a new day. So we are alive. I have my coffee. I am alive at 2 to 3, which is the usual time I'm alive, quote unquote. Started watching TikToks and came out of bed a little later than usual, but I was awake at like 1:30 or whatever. 1:30, 1:45 or whatever. So I've been on TikTok for like half an hour or whatever, 45 minutes. Whatever. So here we are. I don't know what it is, but my main computer refuses to stay in hibernate. I have little to no expectation that it is the mouse, because I turned it all the way down to like 800 DPI. And sure, it's 8K polling rate, and I believe I left it at 8K polling rate instead of putting her down to 4K, which is what I used before we did the reinstall. I've just left her at 8K this time. But my second computer, Ink 2, has its shit turned all the way down to 1000, which is 800 more, granted a 1K polling rate. And that thing has stayed off all night. So there's something with my main computer which makes it turn on. What? I don't know. So the bitch won't stay in hibernate kick. Which normally I just either leave it on or turn it completely off. But the thing is that if I'm working on something specific, but I wanna cool the room a bit down overnight. I wanna be able to put my main computer in hibernate, but it's a little hard when it keeps turning on. So what we are gonna do is that I am gonna go over here. I'm gonna turn off my second computer and put it into hibernate again. I am. And then we're gonna see how long time it takes before she decides to turn on again. Because I don't know if it's some fancy wake on land shit happening. Not that I have anything here that should be sending out magic packets, but I guess. And then I guess we should see when she will magically turn on again. Out of the blue. Because I'm sitting here watching the ESL... I'm sitting here watching the ESL Challenge League. Because there was practically nobody else live I wanted to watch, so... Good shit. I mean, I could watch anime, but... I wanna wait with watching more anime until I got my surround receiver and I got this whole audio business kind of more sorted out. What I'm debating on doing is... What I'm debating on doing is demounting, quote unquote, my soundbar and wire away directly from the surround receiver onto the speakers in the soundbar. I've been thinking about doing. Because by initial idea was maybe do some kind of fancy optical in and then optical out of the AV receiver, but then I realized that the soundbar I have don't know if you can see behind there or not, but it does not have. Or does it have? Question of the day. Can I turn on light since we're using the older boy? Yes, I can. Oh, it does have optical. Boy. But then we can maybe make this work. Because I do have another optical cable, I do. I have, if it lives still, that is. I have this optical cable that belongs to my A50. If she lives anymore or not, I don't know. Well, I mean, she's passing light, so supposedly she lives. How well that integrity actually is, I have no way of checking, so... Good shit, but I guess we do have another optical cable, so I guess... we could try and do that approach, because if I am able to get signal control over the optical out on that receiver, then I could technically just go optical out into the soundbar and then control all of that through the AV receiver. My question of the day is if the AV receiver has a remote control. If it does not have a remote control, I gotta try and order a remote control. Or try and figure out some kind of way of having remote control over that way, because it needs to be a dedicated remote for the surround receiver, because it does not have, it's so old, it doesn't have any ARC, so I can't use my TV remote. Which means we need to use the dedicated remote for it, so good shit. So here we are. So yeah, so basically plan of the day, have some coffee, jump on the computer, edit Eurotruck, decide, record probably Feed the Beast Ultimate first, and then decide if I want to record Satisfactory for tomorrow. And then at that point, record Satisfactory for tomorrow, then edit Satisfactory, edit Feed the Beast Ultimate, and then send all of that to export. After that's been sent to export, probably have some food, probably go buy some food. Or order some food. What day is it today? Isn't it like the 30th or whatever? It's the 29th, so we need food for like 15 days ish. We do. Which means we gotta pick some soups, we gotta pick some whatever. And I mean, really, no matter if I order on Foodora, obviously it's gonna be cheaper if I go to an actual store, but even on Foodora, you know, or even in a store, still some stuff is bloody fucking expensive. Like, I remember, that's one of the things that I find kind of annoying, that there ain't a bunnpris nearby, because you could usually get, you know, 400 grams of ground meat of pretty decent quality from bunnpris for like 40 to 50 kron. You know, everything from Gilde and stuff, which Gilde I normally prefer to use, but anything from that is gonna be like 80 for like a 400 gram pack. You're paying like 152 for a 1 kilo, like a long boy of it that you can just slap in the freezer. And normally, you know, the days where I've actually been able to buy properly, which was in my old apartment, Kick, like before the summer or whatever. And I bought like, what was it, like 6 of those long boys. I bought like ground meat for like 600 kron or whatever. Split that on 2, so then I have like 12 500 gram bulks of like ground meat, which, you know, it's gonna last you, you know, 12 to 14, 15 dinners, depending on what you're having it with. So, you know, on a good month, you're looking at least 3,500 kron for food for me alone. Then say add a partner on top of that, and we're probably looking at a food budget of like 5,000 kron, and that's potentially without snacks, so 6,000 to be on the safe side. I mean, if I have a partner, then it's kind of, you know, fine, because we can like split it on 2, so say I pay 3 grand, she pays 3 grand, blah 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 blah, just, you know, hypothetically. Now, depending on how heavy of a eater she is, her food budget in general may only be about, you know, 1,500 to 2 grand maybe, depending on how much she eats. So, you know, at the end of the day, it may be we end up like, so say her food budget is say 2,000 and mine is 3,500. So that's 5,500, split that on 2. That's a cooked number though. Okay, let's just say her food budget is 1,500 kron, for example. So in total, that would be, you know, 5,000. So split that on 2, 2,500 on each person. Just to, you know, make it even, whatnot. So, you know, if I eventually get, you know, a partner again, which moves in, you know, and we can start splitting up things like rent, power, food and stuff, you know, in general, for both of us, it's gonna be easier to handle. But, you know, it's a whole thing. You know, watch this bloody fucking computer to stay off now. Until I actually go on the computer gig.
I guess down in that last qualification position that the Nomads did take. Ninja.
So good shit there.
Making it reasonably
Oh.
easy for themselves as well.
But yes, get some more food and then
Map number 2 here between Reratum and
I guess practice for 3 hours and then maybe go live and do Star Rail whatnot. I don't know.
Things off on the pistol round and controls as he usually does, looking pretty good on Ancient.
So good shit. Although I'll probably just announce that on Blue Sky. Or whatever.
As the smoke begins to fade, Chickens Warriors set themselves up for this retake. Do have a smoke for the bomb and a flash for the retake, and Controls does have himself a little kit in the back pocket.
So good shit.
I'm sure the top there, Cool Ass is going to have a little bit of a look, but Child King claiming one. We'll keep this one in a potential winnable.
So here we are. And heck, maybe I'll even play some CS because I haven't played CS in a hot while. So you guys get the idea. I've been rambling for 15 minutes. I need to empty this phone soon, so yeah. I also have IRL stuff I need to edit, so I can offload the SD card, so I can then edit that, so I can then offload my phones. Because I have like 2 phone vlogs now. This one, the one that's on my S22, and then I have one vlog from the whole reinstallment business, which is currently on my SD card, which has not been ingested yet, although it has been renamed. It has. I won't be doing nesting now because we could say I kind of messed up the whole nesting renaming schema. And then at that point I was already so far in it that I was just like, it's easier at this point to just rename them all sequential from 1 to whatever and then just call it a day. So there will be a little bit more me editing that video, but as far as knowing when, you know, individual clips supposedly cut, but or takes. But oh well, you guys get the idea. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. We have moved to the Miori Celesta. And you know, one thing I love about Mio's like karaoke and whatever is that me and her, we have a very similar preference when it comes to the amount of reverb. So I basically never have to, you know, add the reverb myself. Because for me, some other people that do karaoke have a little too little verb for my taste. But Mio's is like fine. I can't wait until I get the surround set up here. So I can hear that from all around me. I think I've devoured my pizza, lol. But yeah, I am gonna take an offload you guys now before I record anything more, because I feel like I have way much recorded on here and I only have 10 minutes left of recording time and my phone is practically full, so I will see you guys in a hot while, lol. Yeah. I am not gonna fucking ask, but for some reason my computer has completely turned off. Instead of going into hibernate as it should have done. What the fuck? Is Synapse open? Well, it shouldn't matter since it's stored locally. Why did you restart when I told you to go? Oh my god, I give up. Better Discord. I need to download the new version, god dang it. Oh, you guys get the idea. So, if you guys couldn't tell already, I never recorded an ending to this video. So I am back here to record an ending to this video for you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little phone vlog. If you did, life would be greatly appreciated. And as always, check out links down below for my socials and all of that. And until further notice, stay tuned and stay awesome. And Nikolai, the heck out of here.